welcome to Pilates at home. We're just going to be doing a quick 20-minute workout that you can do any time of day, and it's using your whole body. Please enjoy. We are going to start sitting tall with our legs straight and spread the distance of our mat with our arms out in front. Turn your torso to face one leg and bring your opposite arm across to the outside of your baby toes. The other arm should be reaching behind you, creating a big twist through your spine and a stretch through the back of your legs. Hold this for a few moments. To change sides, reset tall and twist in the opposite direction. Now let's work through this a few times, trying to stretch farther each time. Now walk your feet in so that your knees are bent, sitting up tall with your arms stretched out in front of you. We are going to now hinge back at the hips just a small distance and then coming back up into our tall seated posture again. Let's work through this for 10 repetitions. Straighten your legs back to the floor and bring your body over for a stretch. Reset yourself sitting tall, and let's go for another 10 half roll downs. Once you've completed, straighten your legs and come over for one more stretch. Now come over onto your back, cinching together your ribs and your hips so that your back is flat to the ground. Tuck your chin, reaching your arms out to your sides and squeezing your thighs together in tabletop position. We are now going to do 100s with our legs moving between tabletop and toes pointed to the ceiling. Remember to squeeze your thighs together the entire time, pumping your arms and getting those abs working. Now hug your knees into your chest and roll side to side to give your abs a little break. Reset your neutral pelvis position, bringing legs back to tabletop, and cradle your head in your hands. We are now going to kick out one leg like we're doing a bicycle, crunching up and rotating towards that leg. Repeat on the same side for 5 repetitions. Now repeat on the opposite side for another 5 repetitions. Hug your knees into your chest for a quick break. Reset yourself now. And kick one leg out, crunching up but rotating away from the leg this time for another 5 repetitions. Once completed, swap to the other side for another 5 reps. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Reset your ribs and hips to be squeezing towards each other. Feet hip width apart, shoulders down and back to the floor, maintaining beautiful posture even though we are laying down, and arms to the side. Bridging the hips up to the ceiling and squeezing the glutes for 10 repetitions. Walk your feet in towards each other slightly, bridging up and bringing one leg into tabletop. Dipping the toes to the ground and replacing the leg back up to tabletop. Make sure you keep pushing the other hip up towards the ceiling. Work for a total of 10 repetitions. Reset yourself and swap sides for another 10 repetitions. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side for a quick break. Reset the posture and bridge both hips up to the ceiling, bringing one leg to tabletop, bringing it back down, and then swapping for the other. I'm going to be marching the legs for 10 repetitions. We will now come to a half-seated position on one elbow, bending the lower leg, extending the top leg, and keeping the body in a straight line. Flex the foot and rotate the toes to the floor. Place the top arm in front of you for balance. Raise the top leg, squeezing the glutes for 10 repetitions. Now bend the top leg and straighten the bottom leg, staying in the same half-seated position. Squeeze the lower leg up as high as you can for a count of 10. Once completed, bend the lower leg again, sitting up to both hands for support. Bring the top leg pointed out in front of you and flex your foot. Raise, raise, and lower, lower in a nice steady pace for a count of 10. Shake your legs out and set yourself up and repeat the last 3 exercises on the opposite side. We are now going to come into a bear crawl position. Arms directly under shoulder, legs under hips, abs are engaged and arms pushing away the floor. Tuck your toes and lift the knees a few centimeters off the floor. Push back into a down dog position and return back to the bear crawl for a count of 10 repetitions. Once completed, push back into a child's pose for a quick stretch. Now coming into a high plank, bringing most of your weight over your arms with your pelvis tucked, we will raise one leg at a time just to the point where you can squeeze your glutes, and then swap to the other side. Come back into child's pose for a quick stretch. Coming back into our high plank with our feet spread, we are going to rock our entire body to one side, hips to ceiling, reaching the top arm up to the ceiling, rotating back to the center, reaching under you with the top arm, and then rotating back to the ceiling for a count of 5 on each side. Once completed, come back into another child's pose. Sitting up, bring your child's pose over to one knee, walking your fingers out to get a deep back stretch. Walk your fingers over to stretch the other side. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Nice to get yourself working a couple times a day while we're at home in isolation. So give me a subscribe and a thumbs up, share with your friends, and do these workouts at home.